to another vlog. I'm really excited for today because I'm going to be doing things that are going to help me get off my phone. I'm going to be honest, my screen time the past few weeks has been so high, and I really do notice a difference in how I feel mentally and emotionally when I'm off my phone more. So I wanted to write down a list of activities that I could do that would pull me away from my phone. I saw this quote recently, funnily enough, on Instagram Reels that said something along the lines of, you can't call yourself sober if you're on your phone 8 hours a day. And I thought that was really interesting because the Bible calls us to be sober-minded, and I think for so many of us, including myself, what comes to my head is often alcohol or drugs or something like that. But seeing that quote really convicted me in a way, because I don't know, I just don't think I am being sober-minded being on my phone however many hours a day. I think it is an addiction that I need to curb, and it's definitely something that I want to get better at, especially going into the new year. One of the goals that I had entering this year was creating over consuming, and I think that's so easy to say for the most part, and I love creating on YouTube or Instagram, but I have consumed a lot as well, and so I just want to try and reconfigure that balance, I guess. Another thing that I was thinking about is that I very often feel like I don't have the time, but that is just not true because I check my screen time, and if I had have dedicated my screen time to whatever I wanted to do, I definitely would have had the time. So I think that's really interesting. And then I also often think about the fact that so many people in today's day and age, I hear everyone talk about it. We all say that we feel like time is moving so quickly and the days are passing like seconds, and I don't think people felt that way back 100 years ago or 50 years ago. I could be wrong, but it really just seems like the people who lived before this modern technology really lived slow lives, and they were able to do things like dedicate themselves to learning a new skill or creating a garden or cooking from scratch, for example. And so me personally, I don't think it's that time is moving so quickly. I just think that we, again, including myself, like I mean I when I'm saying this, I am just wasting my time. I'm not spending it well. And obviously, of course, I don't mean to make you feel guilty, but I hope that if in any way this speaks to your heart, then this video helps you as well. So with that said, I've written down a few things that I would like to focus on that I think, again, will pull me away from my phone. I will put the little list that I've created up on the screen here, just in case you want to use it as well. I think the first thing that I'm going to do is do some colouring. When Ezra and I went away on our honeymoon 4.5, almost 5 years ago now, we were really isolated because it was the start of, I don't even know if I can say it on social media, but like this, it was in 2020, and we all know what happened in 2020. We bought some colouring books because we were really isolated in our Airbnb. We couldn't leave because of the restrictions that were in place. We couldn't go and explore or adventure much, so we thought that we could probably spend some of our time colouring, and it was such a great idea. These are our colouring books from then. We still have them, and we bought some texters as well. Again, these are almost 5 years old, so I have no idea how well they will work, but we'll see how they go. I really just remember this being such a sweet activity that we were both able to do. It really took our minds off a lot, and we spent hours and hours just sitting down and chatting and colouring. So I'm gonna go through these and find out which one was mine and which one was his, and I think I'm just gonna colour. It's such a sweet idea, and I feel like it's not something a lot of us, especially as adults, think of, but it's just so nostalgic to me. I loved doing this sort of thing when I was a kid, and so I think personally we should bring it back. Finished my drawing. I really like how turned out. I kind of run out of colors. One thing about me is that I will make it realistic, or as realistic as I can. Like, I'm not going to make the path purple, for example, or like their skin colors purple. I mean, obviously this looks a bit like a Simpson, but I ran out of any other colors. I will also try and only use warm colors when I can, but I think it turned out really cute, and that literally took up almost an hour of my time. Something else that I really like doing is journaling and planning out my week, or planning out a schedule of some sort. I have two of these little notepads. One is for my to-do lists / scheduling, and one is like a little journal. But in it, usually at the start of my week, I will plan the entire week. And what I mean by that is just writing down little things on my to-do list that might need to get done. I'll give you some examples. So a few weeks ago, I had on the to-do list to cancel our old plates for the van, to film a vlog, to upload another video. Then on another to-do list, I had what I was filming and uploading that week. I had that I needed to cancel an appointment. I even wrote down a specific podcast that I wanted to listen to that week, just so that I didn't forget. I find that if I don't write it down, I can become quite forgetful. So this just really helps. If throughout the week I remember something, I'll write it down, and then at the end of the week, I'll see what there is left to do. I think what I'm gonna do now is actually plan out the rest of my YouTube videos for the year. It's so weird to me that we are already at the 9th of December. That is crazy. I'm gonna have a look at my typical upload schedule. I usually try to upload on a Wednesday, just because I have found through trial and error that that's often what works best for me. But I think we only have 2 more Wednesdays before Christmas, and I really want to get out 3 videos before the end of the year. I don't think I'm gonna post after Christmas and like in that week between Christmas and the New Year, but we'll see. I'm gonna write a few ideas down now, and then I'm actually going to plan when I'm gonna film them, when I'm gonna edit them, and when I'm gonna upload them. One of my other favorite things to do is playing with my dog. That sounds really simple and straightforward, but I find that a lot of the time I will throw a toy or try and play with him while I'm doing something else, while I'm sitting on the couch, while I'm on my phone, while I'm watching TV, for example. And I've actually found that he plays so much better when I sit down on the floor, I'm on his level, and there are no distractions. He has more fun, I have more fun, because it's just so joyful seeing him get so excited. And so I hope that this encourages you, that if you are so used to multitasking, maybe try and strip it down and only do one thing at a time. There is actually a word for it. It's called monotasking, and it's a concept that I learned about years ago, and I really tried to practice it for a long time, especially while we were living in the van. It is basically the art of doing one thing at a time. It's the opposite of multitasking, which I feel as though in our culture is really common nowadays. I think we are all trying to get things done more effectively or more quickly, but monotasking is the art of slowing down and really just simplifying it, doing one thing at a time. And when I was doing it really frequently, it was life-changing. For example, a lot of the time I would listen to an audiobook or maybe a podcast while I was cooking, while I was walking, while I was cleaning, while I was doing anything. But monotasking would be to only do the one task at the time. So cooking without any distractions, or for example coloring just before, I didn't have any music on, I didn't have any podcast on, and that was really nice to just sit in my own thoughts and be with myself. I feel like that can be a little bit intimidating, sitting with your own thoughts. I know it certainly can be for me, so it's something that I'm trying to get better at, and I think monotasking is a great way to do that. Brew has this one favorite toy. It's this sausage dog, and as you can see, it's quite torn up, but he hasn't actually ruined it, which is great. It's still functional, and it even has the squeaker, but we find that look at him looking at me, but we find that all he does is play with this one toy. And so we did a little experiment yesterday where we actually took this away and we put it in one of our kitchen cabinets, and that is why there is toys everywhere in the living room at the moment, because he does have a full basket that he could play with, but he only ever wants this one when it's out. Anyway, moral of the story is the second we took this one away, today. He literally was in his basket all day. He was pulling out random toys that he hadn't played with in weeks or months, and he was really enjoying them. So I'm guessing it's kind of like a child's toy rotation. I think we might start implementing taking this one out of his little toy rotation, although he does sleep with this, so we'll give it back to him at night. But yeah, it makes me wonder, why has he gravitated towards this one? I have no clue. I don't know what's so special about you, little sausage, but it's really interesting that he likes this one the most. Good boy. Good boy. Ready? Go! Good job. Ready? Stop. Free. Good job. Stop. Good boy. Free. Come on. Come on. Good boy. This might be a pretty niche market here, which is why I didn't put it in the list of things to do. But another thing that I love doing is editing a YouTube video. It does take me a while, and I really just find that I get so lost in it, and oh my gosh, that sounds so silly, but I love editing. I don't know, there's just something about it. But the reason that I mention this is because, again, it pulls me away from my phone for a few hours, which I love. And technically, yes, it is on technology, but it's without social media, and I don't think it's technology that's necessarily the issue. I think it can be the consuming of other people's lives constantly. And so I just wanted to suggest that in case there's any hobbies that you have that might be applicable to you in the same way that YouTube or editing is applicable to me. For example, you might know how to knit. I don't, so you could do that or something along those lines. Anyway, I am going to go edit this YouTube video actually, because I've just finished editing another one this morning, so I want to try and stay on top of them, and we'll go from there. On another note, just with regards to YouTube, one of my biggest goals of the year was to be posting a lot more consistently on this channel. I've had this channel for a few years now, but I've never posted really consistently, and so yeah, it was a big goal that I had, and I have uploaded over 40 times this year, which I am just so grateful for and happy about. Filming, editing, all of that sort of stuff, documenting my life has been such a passion of mine since I was so young. I was always the one carrying around a camcorder or a video camera. Even at like 6, 7, 8 years old, I wanted specific phones because of their camera and video quality. I was very precise about those sorts of things, and so it just makes me so happy whenever I'm actually filming and editing or uploading. I feel so accomplished when I do it, and it's not an accomplishment for anybody else or for the approval of others or anything like that, but it is just such an accomplishment for me personally. Like, it fills my heart with so much joy being able to share my life, and this is just something that I really love doing. And so I wanted to say thank you so much, whether you're new here or whether you've been around for a long time. I'm so grateful for the love and support that you guys have shown on my videos this year. Every single comment I notice, every single DM, every single conversation that I have with you guys, I just appreciate so much, and the support truly means the world to me. And so I just wanted to put that in here because this year is the most consistent that I have been on my long form video content and on my YouTube channel, and so that just makes me so happy, and I'm so grateful. I'm not even sure if this will be my last video of the year. I think there might be one after this, but I just wanted to basically wrap up the month of December and the year of 2024 by saying thank you. I am so grateful for every single view, every single subscriber. My channel has grown by over 25% just this year alone, and I've had my channel for I think about 8 years, so I'm just so grateful, really, and you being here makes a difference, so thank you. Hello friends, it has been quite a few days since the last clip that you saw because I got really sick for probably, I don't know, almost a week. I think I was coming down with something, and then I lay out in the sun to try and help myself feel better, and I got sunburnt really badly because I was out there for way too long, and with that I think I got some sort of heat stroke or sunstroke. So I have basically just been lying in bed for the past few days, but I did really want to get this video up, so I thought that I would quickly just end it here here. I'm finally starting to feel better. I wish I could show you how bad my sunburn actually is. Oh my gosh, I have never had a sunburn that painful and that intense. So I'm really glad that for the most part it's over. Like for example, my bum is burnt right now and just sitting on this couch is hurting me. So that's why I've just literally been lying down all day every day. But anyway, with that said, I wanted to leave the video here. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I hope that you guys took away some tips or some ideas, I guess, to help you get off your phone. I find that having a list of things to do can actually really help. So I hope that you guys took something from it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!